Welcome to Salt Lake City, where the mighty Utah student section is ready to turn this place into a cauldron of noise. Bicycle Stadium, home to the Utah Utes. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the LSU Tigers. And the Utes will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Tigers offense will get the first swing of the game. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity in today's game, and all eyes are on him.
And the defense knows it too. You know every single snap, this defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You could not script a better start if you're on defense, and great job being heads up and being aware that this offense may come out trying to be aggressive and throw on the first play. Everybody executing their assignments, and they get a takeaway right off the bat.
Offense getting set for first down.
Here we go.
From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Utah!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get by.
Really important for a rankee going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So the offense will go for it around midfield. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The offense set for a first down play. Caught in the backfield, it's Schultz. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Touchdown, LSU! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted one-on-one. His tight end's able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
after that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He's looking for an open man on second down. The short hands, it's Valdez. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. The play action fake. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Utes want to move quickly.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
Wants to throw on second down. He caught it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Utes!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing that they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he puts through the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go...
Makes the grab on the right. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Gets it out quickly.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. With the catch, it's Higgins. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line getting set on second down. Looking to throw, it's Prince. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Offense working from the pistol. On second down, looking to throw. And they got him for the sack.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. And the Utes decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. After the misfire, now on second down. Dropping back, it's Prince. He'll take another shot here. Grabs it inside the 10. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. They're going to run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, LSU. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Here comes the offense on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears-like in their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we can name like Spears that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past that put on that purple and gold, look good, big physical guys that fill out them uniforms and eat quarterbacks.
The Utes will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Leaves it with the running back. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately
lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the 2nd half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive. You want to contest in the 2nd.
Just nowhere to go against his defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. And the Tigers get the 1st down. From that spot on the field, this is the area that we expert commentators call no man's land. So the call makes sense.
you have to go for it. You're in a situation where you're in field goal range for maybe elite kickers, but dude, go for it. You're not going to have anything to lose. Field position will still be okay. You got to go for these situations.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. To the air, it's Prince. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, Tigers! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see. You got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Purdue is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Purdue, Pete, isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Texas Tech. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
All kinds of time in the pocket. Down the middle it goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Utes hit it quickly to the line.
When you play DB, it's a really hard thing to do in college football. When you play DB and you get 0 pass rush, it's an impossible thing to do in college football.
Zings it complete to the right.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They get him down to this offense to set up 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Field goal is good. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together
Got a lot of running room. At the 20. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offense
trying to beat the D deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The Utes line up to punt it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple of scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job force getting the position.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He lofts one down the sideline. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. And the story of the half has been that elite corner. We were told he was tough to throw against. He's basically taken away an entire side of the field when he's out there, causing turnovers and getting physical. How often do we say that about lockdown guys? And how this offense schemes against him in this second half will be fun to watch. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Throws for the tight end. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Now 2nd and 10. The aerial assault continues. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's just so hard. You watch this team on tape week after week after week, and there's just not a lot of space. What great backs, not good backs, not a lot of offenses having a lot of success. You got to be creative. You got to find ways to get on the perimeter, and more importantly, you better be ready to throw the football.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And the ball is intercepted. Takes it the other way. At the 30. He's at the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up in great field position.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Good, solid tackle.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have...
Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
The O-line gets an attaboy for that play. How about the time they gave their quarterback? Beautiful pocket. They allowed him to survey the field, find his open guy. This offensive line, they are gelling early.
That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Getting some heat. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
Quickly complete.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And the Utes getting set on 1st and 10. Lets it fly. He's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Downfield. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He's looking to throw. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Decision by the QB there. Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Dropping back, it's Prince. Fires one high and deep. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown LSU! And the punishment has been extended. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No.
He's off to the races. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Now facing a 3rd and long. It's a draw. On the move at the 30. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line, really selling pass. That's step one. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a big gain, and gets a first down.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
And the returner will be brought down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page. And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they do on third down. Back to throw, it's Garrett. He uncorks one deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. You like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football. That last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, though.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Well, this guy must feel like he's running into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Utes.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate in the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you
makes the catch. Touchdown, LSU. And the route is on.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Utes will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He makes the connection.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Back open in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. He wants to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Utah!
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. A 1st down for the offense. Quarterback checking off. Looking downfield, it's Garrett. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Leaves it with the back. Strong running there. Going to pick up 7 yards on the play, but they still have a 4th and 3. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense option. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that are being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.